Next gentleman.
My name is Rick Luna, and I'm not an environmental leader yet, but I am a concerned citizen, and for me to come to a meeting like this should be indicative of the hornet's nest that you've knocked over with this, I think. Because I think there's a lot of people, once they find out about this, are going to be like the previous guy said, being a little bit serious about stopping. I have one question to start, which is, what happens with all these comments? Like, does somebody actually read all of them? Or are you recording this? And who reads it?
The comments get posted to the website of the Environmental Assessment Office, and the responses to the comments are also posted. Is that not true?
We are posting all the comments that we receive with respect to the draft terms of reference on the website. We will also be posting the proponents' responses to those comments on our website as well.
These comments? These comments.
You mean the comments that are being transcribed at this point in time?
The ones tonight.
Right.
Will they be posted?
We normally would ask the proponent to prepare a summary report on issues that have been raised. Now, whether or not
This is about the proponent, this is about the public input.
right, yeah.
So ma'am, sir, there are comment forms here.
No, that's not answering the question, sorry, on the word. The question is simple. Are they being documented, the comments tonight from the microphone?
Yes.
The answer is yes, they'll be documented by,
They taken the notes.
Okay, so they're taking
we
the
will,
notes,
we will,
and they're going to be posted on the website. And the proponent is going to look at those comments and address each one of them on the website.
well, the proponent will look at the nature of the comments, and I'm not, at this point in time, certain how they're going to respond to them. They may decide to group them together. I mean, whatever makes reasonable sense.
My first thing I advise you is go on the EA website, register your comments, make sure they are addressed.
Okay. I think a lot of people have made very good points about, the ecological and environmental impacts, and a lot of people have spent a long time saying all these things, and I think the weight of the massive opposition to this and the number of people that have come out and made comments shouldn't be lost. It should be summarized. It should be looked at by the person making the decision, the Minister of Environment.
Well, I would remind you and other folks in the room that the input to the ministry comes in many forms. This is just one. So if
It's the only public one.
the public can be represented voice through going to the website, filing their concerns, submitting information to the Environmental Assessment Office. In other words, this is not the only forum for public input.
Sorry, what was the name of the CEO?
Jacob, President.
Jacob. Jacob. Are you Canadian?
Yes.
Yes. Are you from British Columbia?
Yes. Cry and shame, man. Cry and shame.
You're the first British Columbian I met that's for this project. But I just want to share a story with you, because I think a lot of good points have been made, a lot of statistics have been said. And just from my own personal experience, I grew up on Vancouver Island. I used to go, fishing with my dad in a watershed called China Creek. And I remember from the youngest age being there with my dad. And catching these little 6-inch, 8-inch trout and put them in a bucket. I was like holding them in my hand, and I remember the sun shining down, just like memories that you just can't describe. Just go looking for chanterelle mushrooms and stuff like that. Well, this China Creek now has a independent power project on it. It's only 6.5 megawatts. But it has a 4.5 kilometer pipeline going through the watershed there, and it's not the same anymore. And it's not the same fishing next to a pipeline. And I always imagined when I was a kid that I would come back there with my own kids. I can't now, it's not the same. And I said, okay, well, there's a lot of other places I can go. And then I look at this map, and there's not going to be a lot of other places I can go. And this project that you're proposing is, 180 megawatts, it's almost 6.5, and I can't even imagine what you're going to do with it. And I just, I just have one question, and I'd like you to answer it. What should I tell my daughter about this, about what you're going to do?
I'm not really sure what your question is.
Who wants to know?
Are you implying that there's not going to be fish on the creek that we're developing?
No, I'm not implying that. I'm implying that what makes it special is going to be destroyed by putting lots of pipelines and lots of other construction and roads and everything through there. It won't be the same. It won't be the kind of place that I have in my memory in my childhood. This is, like someone said earlier, this is the last pristine watershed in the lower main Fraser Valley here. And you want to destroy it. And I just want to know what I should say to my daughter about this.
I can't tell you what to say to your daughter.
Well, you're the one who's responsible. And I should have to, I should get an answer from you that I can write down. I'll write it down, whatever you want to say. I'll go to my daughter and I'll tell her what you had to say.
Tell her a little about the green energy. Tell her a little bit about that.
So, what is,
So you have
he
nothing
can't
to
tell
say.
you, he can't tell you what you should say to your daughter.
But you're doing this.
That's right.
And you're affecting people. This is not just a money-making thing for you. You're affecting the lives of British Columbians who have, throughout history, had these resources, and they can go out and enjoy this. People have been fishing there, people have been doing, and you are personally affecting their lives, and you have nothing to say?
That's correct.
You won't get away with this.
Yes, ma'am.